We are live. Hello everyone, how's it going?
Hi,
Good
hi,
afternoon.
hi.
Hi. We have some João Gilberto playing in the background.
Is that what it is?
That is João Gilberto. We are here at My English School. This is a live
Hi,
webinar
everyone.
in person. We have two My English School teachers here for you, right here. So as always, we invite you to participate, to write, you can comment, you can ask questions about English, you can ask questions about what we ate for lunch. It's
Anything.
anything. I will bring down the volume slowly, I'll fade it out. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I can. Hi, my name is Hal. I'm on my phone today, so you look smaller to me than usual, Monique.
Maybe I am. I had a light lunch.
You had a light lunch.
Yeah.
I am, what to say, I'm from London. And I live, well, kind of.
I did some research.
Yeah.
And I found this, and I thought perhaps this means something to you. Can you look in the comments?
Oh, Surrey Hills. Yeah. Yeah, the Surrey Hills are a beautiful area of countryside near where I live. And when I was a kid, maybe once every 2 weeks, we would go for a walk in the Surrey Hills. Yeah.
And it's an area of outstanding natural beauty.
Exactly. It is. No, really. It's kind of
a glorious phrase, right? A glorious description.
Yeah, outstanding natural beauty. It's very nice.
People.
It's like the classic English countryside, like rolling green hills, little lakes and ponds, and yeah.
How far out of London is it?
It takes about 30 minutes on the train to go in.
Wow.
Yeah, it's easy. And then you're in suburbia.
Sure.
Suburbia, yeah.
Familiar with the suburbs, also known in the States as the burbs, right?
The burbs, right? Yeah.
So welcome to whoever's joining us. If you'd like to let us know your name, where you're from, and hey. So what have you been up to lately? What have you been up to lately? I just got
Monique, tell us a bit about you.
I will indeed. I got an idea, which is taking from our well-celebrated, renowned compliments video that we had made for the My Bologna Mille Instagram page, which you're all, or whatever it's called, Instagram feed. You're all welcome to go to it. I thought, why not bring back
There it is.
Scarf in your honor, the pink scarf. So this is in health. It's like this, a little sheet.
Where did you get it?
Doesn't it go so well with my ensemble? Look at this. You got the yellow and orange stripes, the Maya's shirt, blue and red, and then pink. All right. Where did I get it? I have no idea. I don't know where I get things in. Things just appear. I mean, I've done a lot of music and concerts and stuff,
so you just,
You know that. I mean, you're, I think, connected to the theater world, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know where things come from. You just find the randomest things and go, this is great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you just acquire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So who am I? That's a great question. I was wondering that earlier. No.
Every morning.
Yes, every morning. Wait, what, who, what, when? No, I'm Monique. I'm from Hollywood, Los Angeles, California, which is in the United States on the West Coast. The city I'm from has the Pacific Ocean on one side and the Joshua Tree Desert on the other side. So it's really vibey. Yeah, very vibey. Lots of also beautiful nature. The city is a city, but outside you don't have to go very far to find lovely nature, especially.
Right, I imagine.
Dude,
the desert
is incredible. Yeah, incredible. So for whoever's just joining us, please.
There's Soleil. Can you see?
Oh, I can't see. Hi, Soleil. Nice to see you.
Hi, Soleil. Hey.
Oh, hey. Very nice. So our question is, what have you been up to lately? What have you been up to lately? Remove this. Hey, teachers. Hey, students. How are you? It's nice to see you. I think this is a world premiere of Hal and I doing a webinar.
This is our first one. Yeah. So you're welcome.
Soleil, this is a very, very special first time. Never before internet laid eyes on us two in the same exact YouTube video at the same exact time. People.
It's historic. So
really, we are making history.
In my life.
Like crap on a minute because this is special. That way I'm a little more English. So Hal, what have you been up to? Tell me.
Yesterday I caught up with some friends in the UK, in Newcastle. We were chatting for like two hours or something on the phone, which was so nice because I hadn't heard from them for a while. So that was really special. And then this morning, I got up, I did some writing, I did some Italian because I'm still learning slowly.
Great. How long
and then I went to the supermarket.
How long have
I been learning?
No, how long have you lived in Italy?
6 months.
Oh, how recent. That's such a wild time to find yourself.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, it is a bit. So I'm new here and I've been learning for about a year now, the language. So still needs some work, but I love it.
But that's great. I would imagine as a writer to have all this time, no?
Yeah, exactly. I feel very lucky to have stuff to focus on.
That's also called an artist residency.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, okay, now everybody's forced to be doing an artist residency, and some people are like, "Hey, this is great. I get accepted in artist residencies all of a sudden," and other people are going, "I don't want to be doing an artist residency." It's quite funny.
No, exactly. How about you? Soleil.
Yeah.
I have been up to watch some movies and do a workout. Nice.
So I've been, would you say I have been watching some movies?
Yeah.
So you would probably say, so I have been watching some movies. That's great. And doing some workouts. Good for you. That's great. I've been doing some workouts.
Because actually, I just thought we say, the question is, what have you been up to? But then when we answer it, we don't say, I have been up to, we just use it in a question.
A very common answer in the States would be, so what have you been up to lately? Not much.
Yeah.
Just not much. Which
same old.
Yeah, I haven't been up to much. So usually it's only when you say negative do we use that to be
or in a question.
The only other thing I can think of is I have been up to no good.
Yeah.
Which sounds very much like a 1930s. Well, it could be a line from Casablanca, for example.
Yeah.
Right?
I have been up to no good.
Sort of an older English. And yet, this question is common.
It is, definitely.
In fact, if we're talking about very colloquial English, I would say, Hal, what you been up to lately?
Yeah, what you been up to?
Would you say that?
What you been up to? Yeah, what you been up to?
Funny, huh? But yeah, so Soleil, you have been watching some movies and doing some workouts. That's fantastic. Very cool.
Soleil, what movies? Tell us the movies.
Yeah, what movies?
I don't know.
So what?
And how about you, Monique? Yeah.
Good question. Well, I have been teaching webinars, which has been lovely. I've been studying and practicing charango, which is the instrument I play, which is a 10-string Andean lute. Johanna is with us. Hello. Nice to know what you've been up to. She says, I sleep a lot and I sleep a little more. Fantastic.
That's always great. In that order, right? Sleep a lot and then sleep a little more.
Exactly.
If because you do it the other way around, it's not so fun.
Not as satisfying. This morning I didn't, but yesterday I did. I woke up and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to relax a little bit more. And that's when the most interesting dreams come in.
Yes, you're so right. The in-between kind of, do you ever wake up to the radio? I went through a phase where I had an alarm that was a radio, and it makes for really weird morning dreams, because when you wake up and you can hear music or people chatting, it kind of leaks into your head. It's very special.
It's interesting. I've never had that
Yeah,
happen.
yeah,
Thank you, Johanna. Big hearts to you. We love you
yeah.
too. And Soleil is saying,
Ooh,
I downloaded the Disney app for
because
Disney.
it's new. Yeah, yeah. They just
What did
launched
you
it.
do?
They just launched like Disney, the equivalent to Netflix, but for Disney,
No
which is
way.
why Soleil is now binging. I'm
Yeah,
assuming Soleil, sorry, but to binge on all of Disney movies. Yeah, why not?
I'm writing
Why
it in
not?
the comments here, or a series of films, one after. Do you ever binge watch, Hal?
Not really, because I don't watch much TV.
Me too.
So no.
Yeah. So binge watching is watching a series or a series of films one after the other. So for example,
Mm-hmm.
you put on Dumbo and you watch Dumbo 1, Dumbo 2, Dumbo 3.
Double three,
Or
double four.
feature of Netflix is like I don't have a television at home and all that, but I've noticed I was invited once to my neighbors and they watch Netflix quite a bit, and basically one episode finishes and the next one starts immediately.
That's right. There's a countdown, right? Yeah,
It traps you into its claws and you're
yeah,
stuck,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
But let's
yeah.
see. Soleil says, I will cry a lot. So
But
sweet.
it's a kind of happy crying at Disney now, I think.
It depends which
But
movie.
yeah, that's true. The
Yesterday,
emotion.
I happened upon the Pink Panther. How did this happen? You know how sometimes on the internet, especially when you're researching for a play or an album or whatever, you start
Yeah,
looking at something and then you find yourself somewhere completely different. So I ended
yeah.
up watching some Pink Panther cartoons. And dude, the
Wow.
music is beautiful. It's all orchestrated. It's just,
Wow, the whole thing.
no, I watched
They,
very little, a couple snippets.
but I mean, there's orchestra music all the way through. It's like scored.
It's scored. It's
Wow,
just beautiful.
wow.
Oh, there is Titi. Hello,
Hey,
welcome.
Titi. Hi.
She says, I've been watching TV, studying, and doing exercises because I've been eating too much. Yes, I
Mm,
understand, Titi. This is the danger of quarantine, right? Okay, we have the danger of COVID-19, but then there's the danger of being inside and cooking a lot and eating a lot.
mm-hmm.
Can I share what I made for lunch today?
Please do.
I had white rice with radicchio and raisins.
Oh yeah, I saw that note. Yeah, that sounds absolutely divine.
Really, really tasty, flavorful,
Yeah.
and satisfying. So
Have you done it before, or was it a new
yeah,
thing?
no, one of my like go-tos. So
Okay.
because the radicchio is very bitter and the raisins are very sweet, so they do this.
Sweet. Yeah.
It's quite nice. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, lovely, everyone. Well, thank you for being here with us. Again, comment at any time. You can write, ask questions, shares, whatever, share stories. In fact, what are we talking about today, Hal?
We're talking about telling stories, storytelling, which is so important, especially in these difficult times,
Why is it important?
because I think it helps us understand that we're not on our own. If you can share a story with someone,
Yeah, that's beautiful.
essentially, no?
Well, it's nice to hear two uplifting stories, right? No, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's a little dark watching the news lately because it's really
Mm-hmm.
such a trying time, such a challenging time, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
agree with you. Yeah. So I put in the notes telling stories. If you swap that around, it becomes storytelling, which is a verb to
Mm-hmm.
storytell. I like, well,
Mm-hmm.
do you say to storytell? Maybe not.
You can do. I also think of the person as a storyteller, right, as well. Like
Yeah.
we can say, Monique, are you a good storyteller? Or,
Right.
I have friends who are very good at telling stories. They are good storytellers.
Yeah. So we have
Yeah.
stories would be the verb. Yeah. So to tell stories would be the verb. Storyteller would be the noun. And then Storytelling. Yeah. And a storyteller is a person who tells stories. So are any of you out there storytellers? Are you a storyteller?
Yeah.
Hal?
Me, yeah. Although in conversation, not so much. But I have some very lovely friends who are just fantastic at, when you're in a group and you're all chatting, and then one person can just deliver an anecdote or a story
So
beautifully, and I love it.
so cool. So let's dive
Yeah.
right in and see what are our objectives. Are you
Okay.
able to
Shall I
read it?
read?
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay. We have in this focus activity, using past tenses correctly, conjugations. No, not conjugations. Conjunctions. Writing a creative story. Writing a creative story. Nice.
Conjugation, exactly. So what is the difference between? It's a very common thing because they look the same.
They
Look at
look
that.
the same.
I mean, look at
Look
there's
at
like one letter difference or two.
right. Right.
So Soleil says, I'm not a good storyteller. I put too much information. Remember, information single. I put too much information, uncountable.
Information.
Yeah, that's funny, Soleil. I understand. Sometimes I do too. I write songs and sometimes I put way too many things in the lyrics. It just gets confusing. It's like, yeah, I agree with you, Soleil. A good storyteller is someone who is able to edit. Right?
Yeah.
Choose their
This is
words wisely. Yeah. But what's the difference here between conjunctions and conjugations? Try saying that 3 times quickly.
conjunctions. Conjunctions, conjugations, conjunctions, conjugations, conjunctions, conjugations,
Yeah,
conjunctions, conjugations.
if you're at home watching, try that as well. Conjunctions, conjugations,
It's not
conjunctions,
easy.
conjunctions, conjugations. Wow, you like need to warm up before saying that. So what is what are they? So they're all little words. Okay, these are all little conjunct. So conjunctions, we'll see in a bit, are the little words like and, let's see, or, but, nor, not only, however, these type of small words that connect to things like I like cats and kittens, for example. Whereas conjunction
Yeah.
is I am Monique, I'm Monique. He is Hal, he's Hal, that type of thing, conjunction. We use that quite often in our colloquial English, right? I have
Right.
$5 million. No, that's not a good example. We are in Italy. We're in Italy. Okay, hope that's clear for everyone. So let's dive on in. Alrighty, so we want to know what tense these 4 sentences are in. What tense are they in? So is everyone clear on what a tense is? What is it?
Yeah,
How
because
would you,
sometimes that's tricky.
yeah, how would you describe a tense?
A tense, it's the flavor of the verb that tells us when the thing is happening.
Yeah, when the thing is happening. Fabulous description of tense, right? So we can have future, present, past, la-di-da. I believe that there's 12 in the English language, so there's quite a lot of tenses, right? So we want to know here, which tense is it? So we have 4. As we're reading them, think about what they are and then write it in the comments, okay? So Hal, would you like to read the first one?
Yes. Number 1, he was working in the field when the cow appeared.
Wow. Oh, sorry.
Number 2, I'll
Sure.
read it. Had you ever visited the US before your trip last summer?
I'll read number 3 here. I had already been driving my father. Take 2. I had already been driving my father's car for 6 months before I got my driver's license. Would you like to read the 4?
Sure. We had been planning a trip to Mongolia. Wow. When Lou got an acute case of appendicitis. So in each of these we have, thank you, Soleil entity. Yeah. We have at least one main verb. Sometimes there are 2 verbs in the sentence as well. In which case, can you tell us what they both are, not
Well,
just
so
the one?
here. Soleil is saying past continuous. He was working. Shall we reveal it? 3, 2, 1. Voila. Good. Past continuous and past simple, right?
Right.
He was working in the field.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, bing, bing. When, boom, a cow appeared. Maybe this cow in the picture. Teat is saying past perfect for the second one. Let's reveal it. 3, 2, 1. Past perfect. Awesome.
Good
Nice
job. Yeah. Excellent.
Teat.
Number 3.
3. Past perfect continuous. I had already been. Okay. Fantastic. Good. So past perfect continuous followed by the past simple, right? Before I got. And now we have the last one, which is we had been planning a trip to Mongolia when Lou got an acute case of appendicitis. What is the capital of Mongolia, Hal? This is your pop.
Ulaanbaatar, I think.
Oh, geez, let me look it up because I thought it was Bayalala, Mongolia. Let's see.
I think it's, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I think it's Ulaanbaatar or something like that.
Right. I thought it was, oh, you know what? So Ulaanbaatar is, capital is
Ulaanbaatar.
when it's a capital city. Is that right? With an
Yeah.
A? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Ulaanbaatar. You know what Bayarlala is? It means thank
Where's
you in
that?
Mongolian. It's not a
Okay.
thank you. I've got you. Very nice. You get 3 points.
What do I get? I get 3 points.
3
Yeah.
points for Hal. Well done. I'm impressed.
And
Okay.
also, Isabelle put it in the comments as well. Ulaanbaatar. Good job.
Nice one. Excellent. Isabel. Good. 3 points for Isabel also. Very nice. Okay. Soleil is saying past perfect continuous and past simple.
Number 4, right.
1, 2, 3. Bam. Awesome. So very nice job, everyone. Before we move forward, we want to make a story together about this cow. Can you help us in being storytellers? So we are all storytellers. We want to do an experiment, okay? We want to tell the story of this adorable cow.
I love cows.
We love cows. Cows are, that's your favorite animal, right?
Right, yeah, really.
So can we think of a story about this cow? It can be really anything. I mean, would you like to start, Hal?
Yeah, I can give a first sentence.
Okay.
Daisy the cow had been feeling nervous.
About what?
I don't know. Next sentence. Have been feeling nervous. Sentence number 1.
Okay, that's fantastic. Daisy the cow had been feeling nervous. Can you continue this story, right? So Daisy the cow, I think she might have also been feeling a bit anxious, and she was a bit unsure about the situation because even though she lives in the countryside of Ulaanbaatar, she still has some nervous feelings. Can you continue this? Daisy the cow had been feeling nervous.
Why? Every time. Soleil. Interesting. Every time. I love it. Okay, every time she had been feeling nervous, cool, she makes gold milk.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Magic.
One thing, Soleil, right? Every time she had been, remember that if we're using present perfect continuous, she had been feeling, we'll need to have subject. Oh, you got it. Yeah. Sorry.
She got it.
She got it. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Every time she had been feeling nervous, she made gold milk.
I love it.
Isabelle. Daisy had been feeling nervous because today the grass is red. One thing also to remember with the past perfect, remember that the past perfect is the past of the past. So, Isabel, if you use the past perfect, well, we're talking about something that happened before something else. So we can't skip a tense. Daisy had been feeling nervous because today the grass is red. Maybe we could say Daisy had been feeling nervous because the grass was red.
Mm.
But we
Mm-hmm.
need to have the relating, correlating past, right? Okay, I'll continue it now. And we
Yeah.
need you all to keep thinking about Daisy the cow. So every time she had been feeling nervous, she made gold milk. Daisy, okay. Daisy liked to eat the red grass.
Mm-hmm.
And when she saw the gold milk come out of her teats, which are where the milk comes out of the cow, teats, she was so happy and felt love inside and outside of her cow body.
Wow.
Isabel says, because the grass was red. Exactly.
Perfect.
All right,
Exactly.
so let's continue. Also, teats is where the milk comes out of the cow,
The
right?
udder, right? The udder has 4 teats? I don't know actually.
Yeah, the udder, which is here. Okay.
Have you
Oh,
have you
and
ever milked a cow?
maybe. Have you?
No. No, I haven't. No. I can't
It's
believe I had to think. Let me think. Have I milked a cow?
I spent 2 weeks on a kibbutz in Israel, so um,
Okay.
I tried. But this is Cow Anatomy 101. Welcome.
101.
Would you like? Okay, shall we continue
Teats?
the story, Hal, or
Yeah.
anyone?
Also, cows have 2 stomachs while we're here.
That is very interesting. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why exactly.
Yeah, that's very interesting. So, let's reach the climax and conclusion of our lovely story about Daisy the cow. Shall we?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I've forgotten your sentence was she's feeling, how did we leave it? She was feeling
Full of love.
happy and relieved, full of love inside her cow body.
Yeah,
Okay.
inside and outside. Oh, but wait, Soleil is saying, but a shepherd found out
Mm,
and he wanted to steal her. Ooh.
that's good. See, I can tell that Solly's been watching lots of great Disney movies because this is a real plot, you know?
Exactly. So in English, what we would say to that, Soleil, is the plot thickens, which means to
Mm-hmm.
is, for example, if you're cooking bread and you put extra flour, the dough gets thicker. Thick is like I have thick hair, a lot of hair. So that means the plot, which was simple before, now we know that there's a secret that she has. So the plot is thickening. I can write a
Yeah.
plot. I'll be famous, maybe. Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. So Hal, then what happens? A shepherd
Okay,
finds
so a shepherd found out her secret and he wanted to steal her.
yeah.
Then Daisy and her best friend decided that's the future in the past, right? They decided they would have to
That's right.
escape Ulaanbaatar.
Ah, okay. So they would have to escape. And then can you
Yeah, or escape how do cows escape?
escape the suburbs of Ulaanbaatar where they lived?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
All right. So would anyone like to shall we I think this has been a really delightful story and I think we're ready to reach a conclusion. So how can we end our story? We don't want to leave it at that. I mean, we
No,
could.
because it's a cliffhanger.
It's a cliffhanger. Yeah, but Soleil is saying
Yeah.
maybe that gold milk is toxic.
So then the shepherd drank it, and he was ill,
No, I don't
and
think
then they escaped.
so. I don't think so. I think the shepherd drank the gold milk had
Uh-huh.
excellent like plant-based medicine experience, and then
Mm-hmm.
understood not to be so mean to Daisy the cat,
Ah,
right? So then he became more
nice.
aware of himself and more loving. And then
Right.
and finally, what how could let's close this out. And finally, who will be the one to close the story out? And finally, in conclusion,
Daisy. Um, ooh.
we sometimes say, and so, and so, and so,
At the end, yeah, beautiful.
yeah, and so.
Soleil, I have to work on my endings, nice, or finale.
Oh, so exactly. So, well, we can also leave it as a cliffhanger, everyone. A cliffhanger.
But I
Cliffhanger
love
means,
the cliffhanger.
oh, ends. Yeah, exactly. Cliffhanger is when you don't finish the story. You just say, okay,
Hmm.
he had this experience. The shepherd was full of love. Daisy and her friend wanted to escape. Why? Because then when the next episode shows up on Netflix, you stay to watch it because
Yeah,
you
because
want to
you're
know what happened. Suspense.
exactly,
Oh, Soleil,
exactly.
maybe you will become famous. Maybe we all will. This will become one of the most watched webinars, one of the most
The
watched
next,
shows ever. It will soon
and
be
then it
Daisy.
will be a Pixar movie.
Exactly, Daisy the cow on
Yeah.
Broadway. Okay, Isabella. The shepherd wanted to drink the gold milk because he wanted to become the king.
Become the king, right? But then it gives him this crazy experience, and he realizes that that he should be kind to animals and not
Exactly.
try and steal their gold milk.
And then
Yeah,
maybe,
exactly. So next time on Maya's, yeah,
yes, exactly, exactly. All right, fabulous. Thank you, everyone. That was delightful. I really enjoyed that.
that was so much fun.
Beautiful smiley face, and we shall move forward. 3, 2, and alrighty. So what we see here are
Uh-huh.
sentences describing the narrative tenses. Let's see what the narrative tenses are. Okay. So we have past perfect simple, past continuous, past simple, past perfect continuous. Hal, can you read
Mhm.
the four? And then while Hal
Yeah.
is reading, try to guess which is which.
Okay, great. Number one, used to talk about an action in the past which was in progress just before another point in the past. Number two, used to talk about finished actions in the past and descriptions. Number three, used to describe an action in progress at a specific moment in the past. Oh, yeah. Number four, used for an action that occurred before another action in the past.
That fourth one sounds awfully like past of the past, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a nicer way of putting it. The past of the past.
Isn't it nice? Past of the past is, or past of the past. But to me, past of the past sounds like pasta.
Past of the past. Pasta, pasta.
Pasta. Pasta the past. Pasta the past. All right. So let's see. Titi is saying
Oh,
one.
Titi, thank you.
Oh, one.
Number one.
Past perfect continuous. Okay.
Cool, cool, cool. Uh-huh.
Talk about an action in the past, which is in progress just before another point in the past. Let's reveal it. 3, 2, 1. Lovely. Very nice.
Perfect.
Good. Isabel as well. Past perfect continuous. Number 2, past simple. Right. Finished
Mm-hmm.
actions in the past. So let me just take a couple of your examples from before and remind you that, for example, Soleil, every time she had been feeling nervous, she made, because we're talking about the past, right? Same one here, Isabel. It's a common mistake, right? Daisy had been feeling nervous because the grass is red. Well, the grass was red. We're still generally, when we tell stories, generally, would you agree? We're talking in the past tense.
Yeah, I do agree. Although there's one, as in, we need to usually stay in the past, or sometimes when people tell stories in English and they get really involved in lots of languages, no? people sometimes use the present tenses because they are trying to make it seem more real. But in that case, you need to use only present tenses or only past tenses.
Right.
So I can be like, Monique, and then he says this, and then she says this, and then we're walking along, and and you start using the present tense to make it more dramatic, and that's fine.
Like Orson Welles, or like, what's his name, Werner Herzog, or whatever. There are dolphins swimming in the sea. They are happy to be there. Sing their songs day and night, right? Those type of dark voices. All right, so let's see. Yes, indeed. Past simple. All right, third one. Let's see. We have both Isabel and Teat suggesting past continuous. So, used to describe an action in progress at a specific moment in the past. Awesome. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Shazam. Good. And last but not least, good, the past of the past, right? So remember, when you're using the past perfect, there has to be some sort of reference, right? If I say, Hal, I had been to the market 2 days ago. What would you say?
I'm waiting for you to tell me something else in the past with a connection to it.
We use the past when there's a relationship to something else that happened in the past. Hence the past. So remember that, everyone. Past the past. Yeah. Past perfect, simple past perfect. Yeah. Awesome. Very nice. If there's any questions, feel free to write them. Ding, ding, ding. If not, we shall move forward. We'll do a descending harmonica trill. Okay, so we see the story of Casablanca. What country is Casablanca in? Does anyone know? Where is?
I know.
Let's leave it
because I love this film.
Really? What year is this from?
42? I don't know.
Yeah, looked it up, actually. It's from 1941. So
41,
I don't know
okay.
if any of us were around and alive in 1941, but how many times have you seen the film?
Probably not that many, probably 3 times.
Wow, in the cinema?
3 times. Once, yes, in London, they were screening it for a special event, and it was completely gorgeous. That was the second time I saw it.
So we have, check this out. We have 3 suggestions that everyone did not get it right.
Everyone's a little bit wrong.
Everyone's a little bit wrong. So that's correct. Right. Soleil says, I don't know how it's written. So Casablanca is in, it's funny because in Italian it's with an A, Marocco, but in English, good. Sonia, good. Sonia got it right. Casablanca is in Morocco, right?
Morocco.
Good. Okay, so I see Sonia already said 1. Very nice. Hello, Sonia, by the way. Welcome. We shall read through it and then tell us what the vocab is that should be going in there. So I'll read the vocabulary, and then maybe, Hal, you can read the actual text. So we have had been entrusted, was running, needed, invaded, had been, arrived, was, and were.
Great. And then the story, Rick.
Oh, here
an American expat. Oh, do you want to do the?
Sure.
Okay, Rick, an American expat who a cafe in Casablanca during the Second World War. One day, Ilsa in the cafe with her husband, Laszlo.
Oh, there was no.
No, there wasn't one there. I just gave you it. She and Rick, lovers several years before in Paris, before the Germans, they still in love, but Laszlo, diplomatic letters that to Rick.
Good. So let's see from the top. That was nice. So Rick, we see Sonia saying was. Sounds great. Rick was an American expat who Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
Lovers running a cafe in Casablanca during the Second World War.
Good. And the
One,
continuous is perfect here, no? Because running a cafe is something you do every day. You keep doing it. It's an action. It doesn't stop, you know?
point.
So it's
Yeah.
in progress.
Very
Was
good.
running. 'Cause you could say who ran a cafe, that would be okay. But
Yeah.
was running is nicer, no? Because if you run a cafe, you're busy with it all the time. So
Exactly.
you are running, was running.
When you use any continuous tense, it feels like there's more activity. If you use it in
Right.
your right, Daisy the cow was thinking about, or was dreaming about, or was
Mm-hmm.
running to. It feels much more an action, right? So let's see here. We have arrived. Okay. One day, Ilsa gives it away with saying one day. We know it's going to be past. One day, Ilsa arrived in the cafe with her husband, Laszlo. She and Rick.
Sonia, Soleil.
Okay, so now the plot is thickening indeed.
Yes, it is.
She and Rick had been. So we understand that the past of the past, they had been lovers, but they weren't anymore. Why? They had been lovers several years before in Paris, before the Germans did what? Unfortunately, this is true. Yes, the Germans invaded. Okay.
Invaded.
Then.
Nice is about it. Yeah, she and Rick had been good, invaded. They.
So we have 3 left. She and Rick had been. She and Rick had been. Right? Yeah, okay, good. She and Rick had been. They. Wait, where were we? They were still in love. Yeah. Oh no, they were still in love.
Yeah, this
Wow,
is the drama.
Very good film. They were still
Exactly.
and then, but Laszlo. So this might be a vocabulary word to look at. What is entrusted? What is
Yeah.
I want you all
Also,
to look at to look for the etymology, right? The origin of the word. You see the word trust, entrusted. So what could it mean? Hal, what would you say entrusted means?
To give something to someone and you trust them to keep it safe, keep it secret, keep it secure.
Indeed.
To keep it safe. If I entrust something to someone, I give it to them and I say, look after this, it's special.
Right, you trust someone to take care of something. So we see saying letters that have been entrusted. Good. When you trust someone to give a secret, well, you entrust. It's often more with objects than with like secrets or words. You entrust something to someone. I entrust my grandmother's ring to Hal, saying, hold on to this, whatever happens, hold on to this, right? So we have letters that had been entrusted. So yeah, good, needed, awesome. All righty. So Hal, can you read it through one more time so we can look at the plot of the film Casablanca?
Sure thing. Rick was an American expat who was running a cafe in Casablanca during the Second World War. One day, Ilsa arrived in the cafe with her husband Laszlo. She and Rick had been lovers several years before in Paris, before the Germans invaded. They were still in love, but Laszlo needed diplomatic letters that had been entrusted to Rick. ... And
then what happened? Can you give us a spoiler of what happens?
Well, let's just say that love is complicated.
Okay, good. This is a fact. We can say love is complicated. Yes. Maybe then Daisy the cow shows up and
I don't remember her in the film, but could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. with this love is complicated. So very nice job, everyone. If there's no questions, why don't we snazzle on down to this next slide here that's asking us to write a story. So we will read these prompts and we want you to think about a story. Think about sharing something. Think about responding to these questions. So let's first read through it, Hal. And I'm going to leave no, I'll take away love is complicated. I think we all know. Okay, so let's first read through them. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. So how long had it been raining?
What had you been doing?
Who did you see? What were they doing?
Had you seen it before?
How did you feel?
What happened next?
How does the story end? So first off, are all of these questions clear? And second off, share with us, how long had it been raining? So if we ask you, so how long had it been raining, right? We are seeing this, had it been. So we know that we're in the past perfect. So it's the past of the past. How long had it been raining? We could even go back to Daisy and say, how long had it been raining? If I ask you, Hal, how long had it been raining?
I can say it had been raining I might say it had been raining the whole day long.
Yeah, or
the whole day long.
Isabella says it had been raining for 2 days. We can
2 days.
Poetic and use poetic license, which is one of the most important licenses, even more than a driver's license.
Driver's license, definitely, yeah.
Poetic license. You can say it had been raining forever.
Forever.
Which is not true, but maybe it's true depending on what the story is, but unlikely. However, it gives that sense of the rain was not stopping, just raining. Wow, Sonia.
I have to say, in Manchester, it might be true. It does feel like it.
Did you live in Manchester? Did you live there?
Rain and rain and rain. Yeah, for 3 years.
Wow. I was in Manchester.
It never stopped.
I played a fantastic chess game in Stockport, right out.
Oh, I love Stockport. I used to live near Stockport, yeah.
Really? Yeah, with my friend's ex's dad. It was fun.
Wow.
But they were dating at the time. Okay. It had been raining for 10 hours during that horrible night. Wow. Very
nice.
Okay, for months. Excellent. Okay, what about the next one? What had you been doing? So what had you been doing, right? These are very common questions you would ask your friend if they're telling you a story. If I say, so I woke up in a random person's apartment.
Yeah, I might say, Monique, what had you been doing?
What had you been doing? Well, I had been just watching. I had been watching a concert that was really good. And then all of a sudden, something happened and I was no longer watching that concert. Ooh.
All right. All of a sudden, I like that.
Yeah. When my neighbor came, so Isabella, when my neighbor knocked at my door, or when my neighbor came, came to knock at my door, then what happened, right? Neighbor. So I would spell neighbor with an O-R. I'm not sure about you, Hal. Do you spell it the same?
I would spell it. No, I spell it Isabella's way.
Okay, so very nice. So just a fun fact, sort of fun. In the US, we spell it without E. Okay.
Yeah. So, and my computer tells me I'm wrong, but
yeah, that's so funny. Right? Computers have preferences sometimes. But Sonia says, I've been reading a book and drinking a cup of chocolate when suddenly. Okay, but this is present continuous. We want, yeah, exactly. There you go. I had been, that's a good story, right? I had been reading a book and drinking a cup of chocolate when suddenly, Daisy the cow came into my room and said, hey, hi, can I have some coffee too? Let's see here. Isabella is continuing it. When my neighbor came to knock at my door, One note, remember that we never have while and when in the same sentence, right? So we never have while and when in the same sentence. So
Right.
when my neighbor, where are we? Da, da, da. When my neighbor came to knock at the door, I was sleeping or something. I was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
The while, or my neighbor came to knock at my door while I was cooking, right? One or
Right.
the
A one or the other.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone, we want to thank you very much. We are up for time. You have been a delightful group, really nice. It's been
Really
great. You
wonderful, guys.
tellers. We wish you a fantastic weekend. It is indeed Friday. We look forward to seeing you in some future webinars. Have a fantastic day.
Maybe.
Have a nice dream of Daisy the cow. And let's see, Sonia, suddenly a shadow came over me and everything became dark, which is what will happen in 1 second here at this live broadcast. We are going dark in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.